Hello and welcome. Welcome back. I'm Hambbage, and I'm delighted that you decided to drop on by for another Hardcore Vanilla Minecraft play session. That's right. We're coming to you live from just outside Denver, Colorado, the most polluted air city in the world these days. But, it's just forest fires, so. Or wildfires, I should say, more accurately. Anyway, we're thinking with pistons, and we're getting going. Yeah, it's kind of soupy out there. Even this morning, it just felt and looked nasty. I was out last evening after some of the recordings I'd made, and never really broke. We didn't get like much of a breeze or anything, so unfortunately, it seems as though there's a pretty good inversion setting up to keep us in the smoky gugh. But that's not a concern because we're indoors and we are going to spend much of this episode, or at least as much as we can, hanging with our little villager homies. And I think, sir, you look like a willing candidate. You're next. Boop. And you got nothing. So, in the last episode, which was awesome, we heroically relocated Farmer Fred. He's now chilling back at the village. He's got a bed. He's got a field to tend to, all kinds of wheat crops to look after. You know, just couldn't be happier. And more importantly, he's safe and doing well. So we will celebrate his good fortune by loading up all these other guys with some awesome trades. So for anybody who hasn't joined us, I kind of just dove in there after talking about the weather and the air quality. This is our villager trading outpost. I'm assuming most folks here have seen this one or are familiar with the concept. If you played particularly hardcore Minecraft, but really any survival Minecraft longer term, or maybe you've had other folks on a server that have sold books. This is basically the means that we're going to go about to get those books for ourselves that we can then apply to gear without having to roll them on an enchantment or to supplement what we get out of the enchanting table. You know, you're not winning any points here, mister. Nope. Again, as sort of a recap, we've kind of talked about this, but there are some top level um, nah, not gonna do it. It's only a 4. It's pretty expensive. Actually, that's a pretty good price for a 4. Would be a really good price for a 5. But we just don't need. That would kind of be a one-time, one-and-done deal. A flame for 5. Yeah, we'll set you up for. And he buys paper, so that's awesome. Flame for 5. Good job, dude. You are now set up. I did, by the way, go back and recheck how to do the glow ink on the signs. That is putting the sign up first, not trying to do it at the crafting table. So we will be able to color these up. Now that was a good sign. If he's, again, what was the stock market deal? Like past results are no indication of future stuff, whatever. But I like seeing an efficiency, even if it's a low level one. That means at least At least this guy's thinking about it. Punch 2. Um, any of the bow enchants are kind of a second tier. So we were starting to talk a little bit about that. See, our 16 mending is way better than a 34. So happy there. Come on, man. Get. Um, wow. Okay, so the top tier enchantments are those that go on picks, because that is the one thing that we will continue to be setting up throughout the game. Or, pretty much as long as you want to, you can always make good use of Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, Silk Touch. Unbreaking 3 of all those is really the best. It is because it goes on everything, right? We still don't have it on some of our armor. Any tool that you make, bow, sword, anything wants Unbreaking 3. It's just universal. So it's a really good one to have. You will get it quite a bit as a secondary enchant from the table. So it doesn't go quite as far. Whereas Efficiency 5 being top tier, it can bring any existing tool that's at a lower tier up to level. Um, oh, now we're on a break. There you go. Silk Touch at 19. I think I'll hold on that. That's a little pricey. I know that's kind of crazy. It's one of the ones we want bad, but um, we'll see if I live to regret it. When it's early like this, I don't know that I want an Impaling 5. We don't have a Trident. Again, it's kind of low, and we can potentially find that as a book in the enchanting table. Multi-shot, not too worried about. Oh, that was cheap at 6, but not something we're worried about. So our second tier enchants are going to be Power 5, Infinity. We now have Flame already. Um, Punch. Basically the bow enchants. Because bows will never have mending on bows, so we'll constantly be, and when I say constantly, we're still on our first one. I don't even think we've repaired it yet. And you can get, like 5 repairs on a bow, so they do last quite a while. But they're, wow, making me dizzy, man. Uh, oh, dude. Alright, what was yours? Binding. What did you get? I gotta check you now. Knockback. Alright. Bedtime? Yep. Well, not for you, apparently. Breaking 2. Okay. Go to bed. Go to bed. Oh, go to bed. Good. Okay. Now we need to run around and check to make sure that all of our young new guys, like him, are not stuck and can get back to beds. Which he appears to be doing right now. That's good. So we did moderately okay. Alright, let's swap back out our bed. Get coffee. just a moment here while we wait. All right, you ready to go? Prot 4 for 33. It's cheap. And he takes paper. If he didn't take paper, I think I would have said no, but we'll go ahead and do that. It's frankly not the most useful because we already have a lot of, and I'm gonna, and I'm gonna go back and mark that flame trader. Oh, you flame for 5. So I'm gonna mark those with paper for anybody who buys it. That could come in handy down the road. All right, well, we've kind of been a bit frivolous here, so now we really got to get more. Come on, dude. Infinity for 11? Yeah, why not? And he takes paper. Perfect. So we're setting up quite a little trade network here. And some of these could get cheaper, honestly, but talked about that quite a bit in the past. I'm not too worried about getting. Wow. Yeah. And paper. Thank you, sir. Oh, what was the, what did I pay for that? 30? That's really kind of expensive, but I don't care because I need it twice. Or for any backup swords that I make. There we go. And did I put the price? Yeah, I did put the price on the Infinity. Alright, unfortunately we're getting a little low on our diamonds. Alright, what do you want to sell me? Nothing. Oh, I like to change. Like, you go up on the bed. One. No. Nope. Come on. Ugh, come on. Sharp 3. No. the sea. No. Channeling, don't need it yet. 14, it could be cheaper. That could be one that goes down to like a single digit price. We may very well get a book for it. So off the enchanting table. Oh no. This is the kind of the tough part of these is that as you go through and get early ones, all these kind of peripheral ones, yeah, we'll take that. Um, you then end up, come on, man, get. Really wants me to be a fisherman, I guess. But to be fair, we did a lot of fishing yesterday, or in the last few episodes. Vanishing. There we go. Well, that's alright. Ah, now that's payoff. 6 is about as low as I've ever seen that. I mean, maybe we could get it for a 5. I don't know, but 6 will work. And that is Silk Touch for 6, no paper. Okay, so now we've traded with him, right? Don't mess that up. So now we can move his little lectern. And then give him a... Sun there. Good. Well, that's kind of the easy one of the 3 to get. Hi. How are you doing, sir? Loyalty. More fishing. Really likes these fish. Nothing. Oh. More fishing. See? It's always nice to see them at a higher price, not like that infinity. Aspect 1. I think that goes up to 3. 4. We did get that cheaper, so. That's part of the reason I was willing to take it. No. No. Feather Falling 3 is actually one that I would. Come on. Who? Boy, oh boy. Let's think about this one. It is paper. think I'm going to wait. That seems really pretty expensive. Maybe foolish, but we're discriminating customers. Don't care about that. We want only the very best. Don't want thorns. Here's game. Listen, I know I didn't take your power 5, and that was a kind and generous offer of you. Oh, but sometimes I think we want to. Let's put all those away. Let's go ahead and make the trip home, and maybe, actually, maybe we're gonna need more emeralds, so we can't neglect the fields, but we also can do fishing now while letting that sugarcane regrow, because now we have so many trades for paper that we can keep a nice little stream of emeralds going that way. It won't make us rich by any means. I mean, we could look at doing some massive sugarcane farming, but most. Oh, I didn't get that stupid fishing pole. So of everything that we bought, the ones that I most quickly want to get set up are looting on the sword and probably flame on the bow. And I'm not super worried about flame for the damage. It's just kind of like a tracer round. In the movies and all that, when you can kind of see the shots going, there's the little glower one, and those tracer rounds. If you're in the military or have any kind of a repeating automatic type weapon or semi-automatic, having tracer rounds in the mix shows you where your shots are going. It's basically one in every 5, 6, something like that, depending on the rate of fire. Instead of being a shell, they have or a round. They have just like a kind of Roman candle type effect, right? It's basically just phosphorus or something like that. That as soon as ignited is projected outward, but then just consumes itself, burning, and they burn long enough that they should show you all the way the line, all the way to the target, so you can see where all the otherwise invisible actual bullets are going. So the flame helps do that, which I find really useful for the dragon fight when you're shooting up at the towers to break the beacons. Having the flame, that's primary use, that and getting a long distance shot at the skeleton. So having that on the bows is nice. Of course, having infinity now is great. We certainly didn't take the power 5. We can work on that, but if need be, combining bows is not that big a deal. But yes, with looting, we can now go off at some point and hunt for skeletons. Endermen getting pearls. So those, of course, are critical to the dragon fight, and more importantly, at the moment, for ender chests. with Silk Touch, we can set up a pick very soon, and that means that we can have a mobile ender chest. Not to mention one at the base, one at the trading hall there. Just move supplies around a little easier. So. For not being a real big fan of fishing, I seem to be doing a lot of it. I don't hate it. I'd probably get more enjoyment out of it than you guys are. Um, what's less encouraging is looking out at all my sugarcane that is not growing at all. What's going on, sugarcane? It's all right. We will unload the box. Take all that for paper. Because we're early, and now we have a load of books. So don't think we're good. Rockets eventually will need a lot of paper for as well, but we're a long way off from that and can grow more sugar cane as the time needed. Hey, look at that. Our first 2 high sugar cane. Now it should. There you go. You guys waited long enough. Bloop, 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 bloop. Apparently, though, my wet feet did not make any difference for the drowned. We haven't seen any drowned coming around here after us. If you look just to the right of my fishing pole, I love how that kelp just moves in the water underneath. Really well done. Just the kind of swaying in the tide. I mean, it looks cool in the distance too. You can see it a little better in the light, like up above the fishing line there where it's all rocking. But I love it. Love it when you can just barely see it in the dark water like that, and all the leaves are individually moving a little bit more. Got a full night out here, I guess. Feels very slowly progressive. There we go. The first hints of dawn. I love that when you're out camping or in the desert on a night hike or something like that, and you first begin to start seeing the light coming up. I think I haven't been camping at all this summer, sadly. Um, the last time I was out was when we had that comet, and was it over the winter? And I went out to eastern Colorado and just found some basically farmland, and pulled off on the side of the road. And I ended up kind of racing it. All of a sudden there's the comet, and like I can't find a good spot that's not got a big farm light or something right in the sky or in my line of sight to it. But it was amazing. The comet kind of appears for a moment, and then the sky is lightening so quickly, and you realize how far ahead of actual sunrise. This will be our last cast here. Those phases of the sky actually begin. Oh, I forgot the paper. All right, well, it wasn't a full-grown thing. So what we may want to do, I see that creeper over there. Put that away. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have left the emeralds. They're taking up my space. So we'll go back over to the outpost, drop off the paper, get the paper and the emeralds, get the nothing, go back to base, unload all this fishing stuff, the apples. We can goldify some of the apples. Think we'll try to do some pick enchanting too. Maybe. We'll take a look at the crops first, see how much time we waste just kind of going around. I'd really like to get a pick going now that we have Silk Touch. But let's put those away. Let's grab these. Do that. Maybe I'll take those back. So let's. Thank you. Or paper. All right. Are you gonna give me a new trade? Yeah, just lanterns. Book return really poor. I mean, if you've got a lot of leather, you're slightly down. Well, it's half as many paper, but you're only getting one emerald. So I don't know. Oh, there we go. So again, not a ton. We got 10 more emeralds out of that, but we are moving up those. It's kind of foolish. Those individual librarians' levels, and at times you can get an additional book trade if you're lucky. So worth doing, especially with the ones that will take paper. Will not have to just buy. Like the mending book guy will probably catch up to him anyway, or get him leveled up anyway. It's because we need those books, but. Okay, let's stash these for a minute because I do want to use that there. Over here, mending and a silk touch. Put all those together. Okay. basically dump the inventory and go check on my fields. Oh, look at the little bee. Um, that is something else that will get increasingly appealing. Alright, so we get some more. I wanted to bring back just the odd stack there so we could have some paper, you know, if we find we're in a need or pinch or something like that. Okay, let's grab all of that. Put the fish away. Here. Alright, more apples gone. Again, the apples wouldn't have been my first choice for purchase, but it is what it is. I think we already have leather boots. Oh, we can combine these so we don't have to toss them. There's that. Midday, so we'll go lap the fields, see how they're doing. We just harvest, so it's gonna be a little bit of a delay. Do. Snack while we're out here. Chickens and cows, kind of okay letting them sit for a bit. We've done lots of that recently. And I think we can do just a bit better. All right. I think this is our move for the moment. Get back under the fields. Let them keep growing. I came up here. Now, had we... Oh, let's do this. So we should get some levels with our fortune picking of all the goodies. That's not right. I do need a few. Just pieces of stone. Let's get some deep slate too where it's appropriate. Just need to have a few to make posts to jump up and that kind of stuff. Alright, here's good XP. Hope. Do that. That's pretty tough. Once again, we did not bring a iron sword. is there anything back down here that we left last time? Yes. And I didn't bring a bucket of water. So again, for anybody who hasn't been around for the last couple episodes, first of all, they're out there on YouTube. Well, you're welcome to check them out. I think they're pretty fun, especially the Farmer Fred. That was a fun one. But the reason why we're down in this particular mine shaft, aside from just the obvious loot that we're grabbing, this is pretty much under our fields, so they will continue to grow while, oh, come on, while we go around gathering up these little bits. So the last episode, I'd been down here doing the same bit of farming and gathering, uh, and then we just had crops and sent them on over to do that initial library trading. But it's a little bit of a balance back and forth as we're getting and then using the emeralds and rolling through the various trades. And all the while, I want to get the XP out so that I can use it for fresh enchants at the table, getting as much benefit for those as I can. So it's a pretty good place to be, really. And this is kind of what we've alluded to in the as you improve, you kind of start moving through more and more. Ooh, here's a goodie. Oh, maybe it's not his bow, though. All he drops is arrows. Let's get just a little bit of light down lower there. Back on this pick. Oh, I guess we haven't been in there yet. Getting a little sloppy here. And then that comes down and looks over. Wow. I think we're not building at the moment. And all that for some iron? Seems kind of like a waste of time. Got all that. axe. I think that was the glow squid we heard tragically dying too long ago. Some glow moss, lichen. Well, it's a nice little hallway complex, but there's absolutely nothing in it. Oh, here's, I guess, not absolutely nothing, just mostly nothing. Any more? Oh, down to here. Gather up this wood. Ooh. Take all this. Ooh. Goody goody. Let's do that. Oh, why did I stop right there? Oh, this is right back to where we started at, though, actually. Let's do that. Again, I don't think we get any bonus from fortune on gold ore. I think it just is, but sometimes it's just nice to use the same pick, especially when it has efficiency on it, the other doesn't. Alright. There's a piece of coal. We are filling up rather quickly, but I think we can still get that. Find out. More here. And then all of this was coal as well. Okay, those were just fragments, I guess. Still gathering. Um, Lapis is good. Are we full on lapis? We sure don't need that andesite. Oh. Alright, I think we did pretty well for ourselves there. Let's see if we can find our way back now. I think this is it. The more and more I clean them up, the more confusing it can get, but we did alright there, I think. And a pretty good haul. We're up to level 36 now. I think we were at, like level and a half lower than that when we started. Never got any copper, so leave that. And I should check the time, I think, once we get up here. No, didn't even fill it. Is that granite? That is granite. Granite and tough. Cobbled. Gold. Treasure box. Ooh, we need to use some of those. Let's go here. That was not what I intended. Did end up with a piece of gravel. Alright, let's... top those off. That. Garbage Man appears to be here a little early today. Good on for him. Alright, speaking of early or late, 5428, not bad. Thank you, Minecraft, Microsoft. Oh, yes, your settings. Daytime of some sort. This will be about the right amount of time to finish up this episode. We'll do these, leave them. Probably go back down and do another quick sweep underground, or just do some more basement work. But definitely seeing an improvement in the crops from having spent that night underground. Much like the sugar cane or anything else, it's not going to insto presto grow everything, but it will keep us moving. Just run back to see if, more than trying to stay on top of this, because it kind of becomes whack-a-mole, right? You can't hit them fast enough to stay on top of everything, but it's more if any were off to the sides and I happen to miss them. I'll pick up. Well, that's pretty good. Stacking a quarter of melons and some more pumpkins. All right, let's wrap it up right here. I think that was a pretty good start for today's session. Definitely got some good trades locked in. We're kind of frustratingly stuck not using them. I want to keep pushing to get our levels up, do another round of enchanting first, then once we've used back down again and tried to get multiple level enchants, then we'll start sticking out things like looting, flame, start looking at the helmet, get another pick going with silk touch, all that good stuff. So we're close here, and good progress all around. We'll start off by running those pumpkins and melons back over, checking in on the villagers, and then do something similar. We still may go into the desert, but again, I don't want to waste a bunch of levels applying looting to the sword and then have to start all over again before we can get the enchants we need for the other stuff. So join us to see how it all plays out, but lots of good progress on tap, and I can't thank you guys enough for having joined me. I really do appreciate it. If you guys are enjoying the content or having a good time, let me know. Hit that like button or drop a comment in the chat, into the comments below the YouTube video. Say hi or let us know where you're coming from if you play the game. Any recommendations or tips or tricks you might have, I always appreciate hearing about those. And until the next time, take a nice little break. I'm going to until these garbage trucks are gone. So we'll see you back after that. Bye now.